How to kill chargers in addendum postscript. Hopefully this is the last time I'll have to make this video, but the easiest and fastest way to kill chargers in Helldivers 2 is shooting them in the head. It's that simple. The constant buffs to recoilless rifles and EATs, expendable anti-tank, and the nerf to chargers' heads has made it so if you hit one of these big guys in the dome with a big ol' rocket launcher, they explode. For anyone new to the game and leveling up, you're only going to have EATs, so rock with those, and honestly stick with those for as long as possible. They're very good and have a low cooldown. Also, besides the buff to the rocket launchers, this is actually a buff to the railgun again. The charger's head is very weak, but if you charge your railgun all the way up to about 90% or more, in unsafe mode, you'll be able to 3-shot every charger, heads exploding left and right. So the railgun is almost as good as it used to be. Previously, it would take you 2 shots to strip the armor off the front of the leg, and then you'd have to take out your primary and shoot the charger's now exposed leg, whereas now you can skip taking out that primary and just shoot that third railgun shot to completely take its head off. It's slower and it's riskier because you're in unsafe mode. By the way, anyone who doesn't know, holding R on PC or square on PlayStation 5 allows you to change gun settings, and if you're holding the railgun, switch it to unsafe mode. If you're just learning about this now, make sure to not hold down that trigger for too long when you're using the railgun. Spoiler alert, it's not good. Now honestly, that could be the video right there. Use the EAT, the recoilless rifle, or the railgun for all of your charger killing needs, because when it comes to specifically killing chargers, those are the best weapons for specifically killing chargers. This next section is going to talk about weapons that are good at killing chargers, but are technically a little bit more versatile and are going to be a lot slower than just simply one-shotting them. However, at least one of the weapons that I'm about to bring up is one of the best weapons in the game and still kills chargers pretty quickly, just not in one shot. Okay, so a couple nerfs to some weapons. The autocannon, number 1, is probably not going to be good for killing chargers much longer. The old strategy was simply hitting the back of a charger's leg and then shooting the front of it again. It would take 2 shots and relatively precise aim, and before the most recent change, this wasn't too much of a hassle. Now, as it takes only a single shot from most of the rocket launchers, asking someone to bring an autocannon just to kill chargers just isn't the same. I'd still bring it for other things, but chargers no longer. Also, the laser cannon, which people were trying to make work for killing chargers, you killed them in a near identical way, which was shooting the back of a charger's legs. However, for both of these weapons, this won't work for very much longer, because I've heard several people comment and say, this is definitely a bug, the devs are aware of it and are going to fix it. So as not only are these weapons subpar at killing them now anyway, they probably won't be able to kill them much longer. Oh, and one last thing about the autocannon, no, you can't shoot a charger in the head with the autocannon. The head is technically a durable part, which means you have to have a decent amount of armor piercing, which autocannon does not. Alright, speaking of other weapons that got nerfed, not because they actually got changed, but because the entire meta changed around them, the spear is no longer that viable of an option for a rocket launcher or anti-tank, against chargers specifically. I want to make sure that that part's clear. You see, most of the rocket launchers before could not one-shot a charger, but a spear could. You have to aim at a very specific angle and hope the lock-on hits it directly in the head, but it would one-shot chargers. Now with the recoilless and the EAT, you don't have to worry about the finicky lock-on these nuts. So unless you're trying to be ultra stealthy and kill things from across the map before they can even see you, the spear isn't going to be your weapon of choice. All right, the moment you've all been waiting for, the flamethrower in the arc thrower. I finally, after just saying that sentence out loud, just realized why they call it an arc thrower. Both of these weapons have been getting more and more attention as time goes on. The flamethrower because it got a plus 50% damage bonus in a patch, and the arc thrower was just an unsung hero all this time. They are both decent at killing chargers. For the flamethrower, all you have to do is shoot your flames at a charger. Some people say you have to target a leg or target a specific body part. I'm gonna be honest, I feel like that's nonsense. In most of the clips I've seen, they die all the same. And the most important part is it's pretty impractical to aim your flamethrower at a specific body part on the charger. I mean, what do you think the thing's gonna do? It's in the name. Charger, I hardly knew her. But some tips if you're gonna use the flamethrower. If you're being charged or there are hunters nearby, put the flamethrower away. Even if you manage to kill those hunters before they jump on you and headshot you, those little kamikaze kebabs are gonna set your ass on fire. Same with the charger. Also, don't hold down the flamethrower button while you are diving. You are just gonna light the path on fire and you're not Tony Robbins. The flamethrower is great for killing groups of enemies and groups of friends, and is even pretty quick at eliminating chargers. Strong all-around weapon, but in terms of only killing chargers, it's like a 5 out of 10. Now the real OP weapon is the arc thrower. Because of the head change for chargers and the fact that the arc thrower just auto aims towards heads anyway, you now have a mobbing weapon that can kill freaking tanks. It's definitely no one shot, it takes multiple hits to kill a charger, but oftentimes, like if you were using a flamethrower, it ends up killing a lot of the enemies on the side as well. And like the flamethrower, it can also kill your teammates too. But unlike any other gun, the arc thrower has infinite ammo, and it doesn't take up a backpack slot, meaning you get a personal shield generator as well, or whatever you might want your backpack slot to be. You could be the support guy that brings around recoilless rifle shots if you really wanted to. Probably don't need to though, because 4 Helldivers with arc throwers and shields will clear a map. And of course, if this hasn't been patched by the time you watch this, having a PS5 player in your lobby, not necessarily the host, you can 2 to 3 shot Bile Titans with the arc thrower. Now go spread democracy, you beautiful bastards. Oh, and one final point about the arc thrower. You don't have to charge it all the way up before you fire it. You can get it to about 50% and then let it go. And apparently this does nothing to decrease the damage. I know everybody likes putting that comment in every arc thrower video, so just thought I'd address that. But in an effort to hopefully future-proof this video, there's a chance in the future that devs will change that. They don't like brain-dead weapons, and that's about as brain-dead as it gets. Okay, that's it for this video. Go check out some of my other ones and subscribe while you're at it. Also, Helldivers 2 devs, let's not release a patch the next day after I publish this video. Anyway, bye!